Hello, JCI USA. Welcome to Leadership Live. This weekend, I'm joined with NVP Danielle. Hello, Danielle.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good. I am really, really good. It's been a good week.
It has. I think our little mini vacation helped us a lot.
You know what? I'm always about seeing some friends, and I got to catch up with some of my besties. So it was a good weekend, and we got to celebrate the accomplishments of the 2019 team last year. So just a great weekend in the middle of the cornfields.
Right. I just love it up there. So, but tonight's episode, we're actually going to talk about mental health. And I know personally that road trip did my mental health a whole lot of good. I'm not one to sit at home, as I've talked about on many of these episodes. So it definitely made a world of difference. So do you want to talk about your committee?
So at the beginning of the year, and I think I've talked about this before, but at the beginning of the year, one of my big goals as the VP for partnerships was to really evaluate where our partnerships were beneficial to the organization or beneficial to our membership as a whole. And I think one of the things that every organization can do is get distracted with too many things. So one of the big things that I talked about when I campaigned and then through it, I know that you and I have had this conversation several times, both on exec calls and just one-on-one, is that just simplifying and having a good focus. So what we wanted to do was simplify even our partnerships and give states, chapters, and the national organization one focus that we could really pour into. So we're maintaining our relationship with Nothing But Nets, which is an advocacy campaign for malaria. We're continuing our partnership with HOBE, which is a leadership development seminar for sophomores in high school. But we wanted to find out what the membership wanted to do. So we sent out a survey in January, and we promoted that survey for about a month, and it had 13 different areas that we could potentially create partnerships and projects around. And mental health and suicide awareness / prevention were the top two. So I'm super excited. We're kind of merging them, but it's definitely more focused on mental health. So Terry Bartley moved. He had a focus in UNICEF, which has been kind of one of those off the radar programs that we've had in the past few years, but we never really had a great understanding of it. So he was very gracefully willing to kind of move directions and change directions, and has just done a really great job of putting a committee together. And all of us, not me, I'm not technically on the committee, but everyone on the committee has some kind of background or attachment. And honestly, I think all of us do to mental health, or someone who has, a mental health, not disorder, because I don't really see it that way, but some kind of mental health illness. So that is why we put this committee together. So I'm excited to introduce you to 3 of our new committee members tonight, and they're going to share some exciting things that they're doing with the committee. So tonight you're going to have Eurika Ellison, who was actually a state president in West Virginia last year. At the same time, I was the state president in Georgia. Lauren, I should have got everybody's last names. And then Caitlin, sorry. I think Lauren's last name is Schrader.
Schaeferle.
And then Caitlin Yoder, who was also a state president with me last year in Kentucky. So they'll be on tonight. And then in 2 weeks, we are having another Leadership Live with the other half of the committee. So I know Jeremy Gordette, Terry Bartley, who's the program manager for it, and Jenna Broom will be on that one, and possibly 2 or 3 others. I'm not really sure how many are jumping on that one. So I just wanted to introduce them. I'm going to let them take it from here, but I just kind of wanted to introduce them and just say how proud I am of them and the momentum that they have had in the last month and a half.
Thank you. And I will say that I have heard nothing but really good things about the committee. They talk about your calls and how efficient they are and everything. So kudos to you for doing this, you and Terry.
Well, it's mostly Terry. I just jump on because I'm really excited about it, and it's something that I have a passion about too, just because I have, family and friends who have struggled for a long time with some kind of mental illness, and it's just really good to see how many of us really have either someone that we're connected to or ourselves have issues that we're still working through and learning how to navigate.
Right. All right. Well, thank you. We will bring on Caitlin next.
Awesome.
Bye, Danielle.
Bye, guys.
All right. Now let's bring on Miss Caitlin from Kentucky. Oh, there she is. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Miranda.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing really well.
So we're going to talk about the Stomp Out the Stigma campaign.
Yes. So we decided to do a campaign called Stomp Out the Stigma. It's a poster contest. And we decided to do it because, according to the Mental Health Commission of Canada, 60% of people dealing with a mental illness will not seek help due to the associated negative attitudes and beliefs regarding mental health conditions. So the point of the poster contest is to create posters presenting information about all different aspects of mental health, to focus on the respect and knowledge, and to destigmatize the presented information from the media that has made it so hard to come forward and not be afraid that it will cause you to be pretty much blacked out if you are admitting that you have these issues. So we want to normalize the challenges with mental health, and it's key to reducing the stigma within our nation and our media. So we had over 10 submissions, I believe, for posters, and we have chosen a winner, which will be announced later. But that was our whole hope, and we wanted to make sure that we let our members know that going forward, we want to still be here to reduce that stigma, and that it's okay to admit that you are having issues, and we are here for you.
Right. I believe we posted, I'm trying to look right now. I believe we posted all of the poster submissions last Friday.
I don't know if I saw that. I think that it has not gone out yet.
Okay. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe it's tomorrow that they all get posted, and then tomorrow after. Nope, they were all posted on June the 3rd. So you can actually go to our Facebook page and see all of the poster submissions from June the 3rd, and they were actually really good.
Yeah, we had some really amazing submissions. Mm-hmm. And we had submissions from all over the world.
I noticed that too, because a lot of them came to the JPI Facebook page. So,
right.
Yeah, Terry says yes, they've been posted. So yeah, but there were some really, really good ones. And so yeah, but you were talking about stomping out the stigma, and that it's very mental illness. It's not just restricted to one certain illness either, though. It's a very broad term, and so the poster even wasn't focused on one, like PTSD or anxiety, autism, any of those.
Correct. It's more to let you know that, everybody from all walks of life have mental illness. It doesn't matter if you are a millionaire or if you are homeless. You can have problems with mental illness, no matter how successful or unsuccessful you are in your job title, your everyday life, your family life. There's all kinds of different factors that make mental illness happen. So we don't want to say that, one is more meaningful than the other or anything. Mental health is mental health, and it's very hard to get support right now in the United States. And we want to make sure that this is addressed and that people know that JCI going forward wants to be there for its members if they're needed, and that we are here for them to talk to us.
Right. So with this program, is there going to be any resources, or is that going to be released later, or?
So yes, we are discussing a few different projects, and we are going to be releasing, I believe tomorrow, it'll be in the JCI USA library, that we are going to be releasing our first project in a box. And the project in a box is going to be called the Sticker Project. And what it is literally address label stickers. They're pre-made for you. And all you have to do is decide you're going to do this project, print out the files from the library, and then you take your address labels. Once you've bought the labels and printed them, you can stick them on anything you want. They're address label size, so they're small enough that they can fit on a packet of tissues. You could wrap them around a water bottle. You could really do anything with them. It's up to the member to decide what they want, each chapter wants to put them on. But it is going to be, the front tells us that we're here for you and shows our logo and JCI USA's logo, and then tells you our email to contact us in case you are feeling the need that you want to talk or need support. And the back is 10 tips that you can use anywhere to reduce stress and anxiety. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, which all mental health issues usually have a anxiety or stress aspect to them. So this is going to help pretty much with every mental illness out there. And it's 10 tips that take no more than 5 minutes. And you can do them in your car, you can do them at home, you can do them literally anywhere. And we are hoping that it's going to be a way for chapters to have something instant that they can do with very little work. And it'll be great that they can just get that out there and let their members and their community know that as an organization, we are there for them.
That's awesome, because that's definitely something that, I mean, because 2020 has been a rough year on everybody.
Yes.
And so that's a great project in a box to have something now that everybody's starting to open back up, have something for everyone to do.
Yes.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to add to that?
I don't believe so. I look forward to hearing from Lauren next.
All right. Well, thank you, Caitlin. We'll bring on Lauren now. Hi, Lauren. How are you?
Hi. Hi.
I'm doing
Good.
well,
How are you
thank
doing?
So you are going to talk about the hashtag JCing you through.
Yes, and specifically, we are having that hashtag for videos that we're posting periodically, members of the committee, and we encourage other members of JCI to post. We're posting videos that express a little about like their history of health and the reason why JCI has actually helped with our mental health or have in some ways encouraged us to become more out of our shell or something like that. Anything that involving mental health and how JC's has helped you with it.
That's awesome. So how did y'all come up with JCing you through?
It was just a brainstorm session. We kind of went through a lot of things, and our main goal was to emphasize something that not only focused on the JCs, but also on how we are trying to help get you through it. It's not like we're not trying to cure it. We're not trying to find solutions or anything. We just want to be there and support anyone that's going through mental health issues.
Right. Yeah. So just letting people know that we're a friend and we're here and it's okay to feel not okay. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And so how do they submit these? So you're asking for anyone to submit a video about mental health?
Yeah, I believe so. If you just comment the hashtag and tag any of us, or JCI USA. It's the same way we did the posters, and it was originally just for the month of May for mental health awareness, but we're going to keep going through. We just want to continue with this trend, and I plan on posting mine soon, next week or so here. So we're just going to keep on promoting the removing the stigma of talking about mental health.
Yeah, I love keeping, especially if we could have a post every Monday for mental health and do like mental health Monday.
We do have a mental health Monday, but that's currently a lot of like facts and stuff. I'm not sure if we have a specific day we're posting the videos or if it's just kind of when we get them. But that's another thing.
So why do you think it's important for us to share our stories with each other?
I think the big thing is that it does reduce the stigma. It's been very difficult for me personally to talk about it. I grew up with a lot of like, you're clearly just not trying hard enough if you don't have it, and if you're struggling and things like that. And I think that talking about it more recognizes that outside of myself, there are other people struggling with those things as well. And if we talk about it, it just becomes easier to get help.
Right. So, was there anything else that you wanted to talk about real quick about the videos, or anything in your little area of focus there?
No, I think I encourage everyone to connect and everyone to reach out to anyone on the committee, including myself, if you're struggling. And yeah.
Awesome. All right. So we will bring on Eurika with her big announcement. Eureka.
Hi there.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so happy to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
I know, and I have different hair. So, you know.
You're no longer my redhead, long lost redheaded sister.
Right. I'm back to blonde for now. We'll see how long this lasts.
Oh, so let's talk about the poster winner.
Oh, so that was tough. That was tough because, as they said earlier, we had so many great submissions, and they were just so creative and so on point. It was really challenging to pick just one. But unfortunately, we had to do that. So we finally narrowed it down, and we decided that the poster that we selected, it really speaks to what we want to accomplish as a committee. And specifically, it lets people know it's okay to talk about mental health, and that as a community, we should strive to support each other. We want to completely remove the stigma of people thinking that it's not okay to talk about their mental health. It's okay. It should become as common as, hey, how's your day? You should be able to honestly say, I'm having a rough day today and you shouldn't need to worry about being judged for that. So after looking at all those posters and a lot of back and forth, we finally chose, the big winner is Victoria Benfield of the JCI Spartanburg.
Yay!
So she wins a gift card to a spa or somewhere similar of her preference. And I think somebody's going to reach out to her to get the information of where she would like that to be purchased. And then somebody will get that out to her. I believe Danielle might be sending that out to her very soon.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Victoria. So, and we will actually be releasing the winning poster, which no, because I don't think they released the names on the post where it had all 4 or all 10 of the posters. But tomorrow, the actual poster winner will be released on Facebook. And so we will ask everyone to share that a few times and congratulate Victoria on the win of making that amazing poster. So do you have anything else to talk about poster and the winner and maybe a next contest or what y'all are doing next?
I don't know that we have the next contest completely ironed out, but we do have a lot of exciting things coming up. Right now, June is actually PTSD Awareness Month. So that's something that we're focusing on, and you should be seeing some information out there about PTSD and PTSD awareness. And that's actually my personal diagnosis. So I didn't know June was PTSD Awareness Month until I joined this committee, which is ironic, but now I do know that. So, I'm learning about my own diagnosis as I'm participating in this committee. So that's pretty exciting for me.
Awesome. Well, at least now you have a support system. And it's a support
Exactly.
system of friends, close network of friends. So I'm going to bring the other two ladies back on, and we're all four going to be here in case anybody has any questions about the committee, how you can get in contact with them. So let's see, let's go through the comments. We have Michael says, it is so important to let someone understand they have a support system. It can be so isolating in your own thoughts. And so I really do think that right now is one of the most important times to just be kind to each other, because everyone is going through something. We're all going through the same thing in this country, but everyone's handling it differently. And it's affecting everyone, some harder than others. So just remember to be kind. Anybody else have anything to say?
So I agree with you. I think, we're all in the same boat, but we're all using a different paddle and going up a different river at different speeds and rates. And we need to remember that just because someone looks okay on the outside doesn't mean that they are. It's okay to ask if everyone's okay. It's okay to say you're not okay and take that step to ask for help.
Yep. Terry, do you have an email, like a JCI email that you can drop in the comments for if they need to get in contact with anybody with any questions after this airs? If you're still watching, Terry.
Terry might have jumped out. We actually had somebody start watching the live and send us a message asking how to join. So he might have jumped out to respond to that.
Oh, okay.
If he's not answering, that might be what's going on there.
So Michael says, does the Mental Health Initiative have its own Facebook page or website so we can see what is upcoming? All right, so there is Terry's address. So do y'all have your own Mental Health Initiative Facebook page, or right now we're just using JCI?
So we do not have a current Facebook page. We are using the JCI US page since it's already been used before. But our email is fillyourcup@jciusa.org, and I can type that in the comments.
Terry did. He's got it up there. Yeah.
All right, then it's already there. So that's our email, and that's the way that anyone can reach out for support. If they need support, if they have any ideas or something they'd like to see us do, that is how they can help us out.
Good deal. Anybody else have anything else y'all want to add?
No, sometimes it's just as simple as a smile. Somebody could be having like the worst day ever. You don't even have to know them. Just smile at them. Who knows if somebody yelled at them for 20 minutes before they left their house. So, if you just smile at somebody, it took literally nothing away from you and could have given everything to them. So just try to be aware. We always try to be aware of our surroundings for other reasons. So let's try to be aware of our surroundings so that when we see other people, maybe we can just share a little bit of positivity, even in a basic way, like smiling or, holding a door or have a nice day. Just acknowledge that people are there.
I find it really difficult though lately with masks on to look polite.
So I was going to say that too, and I think there's been a lot of, so we were driving today, and on the window it said, "We're smiling underneath our masks. We're happy you're here." So I think a lot of it too, nowadays, especially with the way the world has had to adapt to the changes, that it's just a simple hello, like, "Hey, how are you?" Or "Let me do this for you," and hold the door. I think that actions tend to speak louder than words in a lot of ways. and it goes a long way. So it's just the simple gestures that you can do.
And definitely, you know, maybe even call in, checking up on people that you haven't heard from in a while. Jeremy says, get a mask that says I'm smiling right now. All right. Lauren, do you have anything else that you'd like to add? Are you on mute? You're not muted on my side, but I can't hear you. I don't know, darn. Well, I'm sure it was really important. Oh, all right. Well, if we don't have any more questions, I will let you ladies go. I won't keep you any longer, but I really am super glad that y'all have started this initiative and have gotten this committee well underway. And it looks like y'all are going to do great things. And I'm super excited to see what y'all bring out. And anyway, y'all want me to help on social media, be sure to reach out. In 2 weeks, we have the rest of the committee coming on. So we will be able to talk more about the other things that the mental health committee has planned. And so thank you, ladies, for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yep, thank you. That's all. And we look forward to letting you know what else we're doing.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Good night, everyone.